Okay, everyone. I just was able to upload some templates into Docusign for you to use. So I'm just going to show you how you can use them. We are not done putting in all of the documents yet. Jess and I are working on uploading them. So right now we have some of the KW specific forms, but not the forms that are in web forms, but they will be there, just not yet. So I'm just going to show you how to use them. So I've created a room already. So my room is called 123 Smith Street. So I'm going to go ahead and add some buyers. So we have in the people tab, we have myself as the agent. So I'm just going to add a buyer. I'm just going to use Alex as the buyer. So he's on the buying side and he is my client. Okay, so now I'm going to go and create an envelope. I'm going to start a new one. I'm going to name the envelope. I'm just going to name it test for the time being. Now, when I'm adding the document, I'm going to click use a template. Then I have to choose shared with me. And when it populates, the forms that we've created that you are now able to use are going to be here. So I'm going to choose KW acknowledgement and waiver. And I'll put in team schedule too, just for fun. So I'm going to add those. Now I need to add recipients. Very important step is when you click add recipient, you have to choose pre-tagged roles when you're using the templates. So these are the pre-tagged roles that could be on the templates that I'm using. Now they may not all apply. So if Alex is my buyer, I don't have sellers in this situation and I only have one buyer, but I'm the agent. So for recipient, I'm going to choose myself as the agent. And then for buyer one, I'm going to choose Alex. So you have to add them into the people tab or they will not be here to choose from. I'm going to leave the rest blank because that does not apply in this situation. So I'm just going to say add selected here, choose my email subject, whatever it may be, and enter my message to my client. So I'm going to click next. Going to open up those two documents I added. So the team schedule and then the KW acknowledgement and waiver form. So you can see the text boxes are already here. So like usual, I'm the agent. I have yellow. So all these fields in yellow are for me to fill in. So I can make this schedule whatever I want. On the 30th day of April 2020. So my buyer, I can choose to delete fields if I want to. So I can click on this and remove the checkbox from sellers. It's not necessary. I can just remove it. So here my buyer would be Alex Malcolm. Again, I can delete these. Buyer. I'm just pressing delete on my keyboard to remove the boxes. So I don't have a team, but if this was my team, I put in my team members. So you'll see down here, there's some blue boxes now. So if we click up here, we can see that Alex is blue. So it's automatically knows that my buyer has to sign here and his date signed, and it automatically knows that the agent needs to sign here. So let's move down to the acknowledgement and waiver. So on this one, you'll see a blue box that says full name. So because I've put Alex's name in, once this is signed, that will turn to say Alex Malcolm, so you don't have to continuously type in your client's names. Same with designated agent's name. we don't have to type that in because it's just going to be the name, whoever's deemed the agent in this envelope. So then you would input the seller's names. We move down here. So again, so these are blue. It's a little hard to tell, but they're outlined in blue. The reason they look different is because they were deemed optional, because using this waiver, your client's only going to initial either accept, decline, or not available, or not applicable, sorry. They will not be initialing all three of these. So I've deemed them as optional so that they can initial the applicable spot on each step. So again, we come down to the bottom. And so this one's fully blue, not just outlined in blue, because it's not optional. They have to sign in that field. If I were to have entered two buyers into this envelope, the other buyer would be filled in here as well, probably in purple. That's usually the third color that Docusign chooses. But because I only put in one buyer, it automatically removes any of the buyer two fields because I only deemed a buyer one. So like I said, Jess and I are working on uploading these. It will take us some time. So until we're done, continue to use web forms to fill those forms. But we will get them all done eventually, so just watch for them. And I hope this helps.